Hello engineers, and welcome back to another live stream tonight. And we have a very special guest. First time appearing here on the live stream, we have Januz, our video creator. The amazing work on each of the individual trailers that Januz has done over the 3 years has been incredible. Can you guys all hear me tonight? Can we get some 07s in the chat if you can hear me? Make sure everything's coming through loud and clear. Because as usual, usually Aaron's very quiet. He should be a bit louder today with this microphone configuration. Yes, perfect. Great. Right, hello engineers, how are you all doing? So just a little bit of a background on what's going to be happening here tonight before I start asking Januz some questions. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be giving you some tips and tricks when it comes to building in Space Engineers. We're going to be talking about Januz's work on the trailers that he's been building and meticulously detailing the time and the effort that goes into each one. And then we're going to jump over to Space Engineers 1 and we're going to do some building there as well. And throughout it, we're going to be answering your questions. We're going to be comparing a few things back and forth. So it's going to be just a nice community live stream tonight. It's going to be a chill session where you've got my attention and you've got Januz's as well. So let's give a round of applause to Januz and welcome him to the chat here tonight. Have you got your microphone set up, Januz? You want to enable it whenever you're ready?
Hello everyone.
There we go.
How's everyone doing?
So Januz has got a really cool story because before he was working at Keen, he was actually a member of the community, just like lots of employees at Keen as well. So can you give us a little bit of a background of how you came across and how you became a Keen video creator?
Sure. I think I started playing Space Engineers around 2015, and actually I was inspired to buy the game by one of Aaron's videos, and I started doing the 2 or 3 years later, started the channel with my wife, and we've been doing some tutorials on how to do things in Space Engineers. And at that point, I've noticed that Keen posted a job advertisement for video creator, and I decided to apply, and here I am.
Well, there we go. Another incredible story of how Keen has gained one very talented video creator. So, how did you get into the video creating for Space Engineers? Was it something that came from the YouTube side of things, or like how I was just curious of like how you ended up doing it and then it became part of the trailers.
So I decided to make videos because I was missing like a tutorial type of content from Space Engineers on YouTube, and I just wanted to pass some of my experience to other players. First started to share videos on Reddit, and then I started a YouTube channel, and it was well received, so I just kept doing this. And then actually I found out that videography is a pretty cool thing to do, and started to doing this as well.
Very cool. So what have we got in here to start off? Because we're going to go over some different tips and tutorials, but I believe you've got this sort of piston actuated rotor system in Space Engineers 2 here. Do you want to go over this for the players watching?
Yeah, sure. So basically, we've prepared this for one of our videos. Cool things you can do in Space Engineers 2, Volume 1, and it's actually made out of 3 pistons that convert rotational movement into a linear movement. And this is basically like continuous linear movement. And what's cool about that is that it's super stable. The rotors and pistons in SE2 are very stable, and I think creating such things is pretty easy and actually also intuitive when it comes to setting everything up, uh, especially for veteran SE1 players that specialize in building some mechs and other stuff like that. I think it's an easy transition from SE1.
Of course, of course. And when we had a look at this here, if this was in Space Engineers 1, it would be possible, but there's also a chance of some severe sparking and clang happening here as well, because we've seen people build similar systems in Space Engineers 1, but this is very, very smooth. Can we have a look underneath as well, just a little bit around underneath where that piston's cycling? It's almost like the side of, like a train,
Sure.
when you see the wheels articulate around, just like this.
Yes, yes. Like a steam train, right?
Yeah, it is. It's really cool. So what made you think of this on top of your other wacky ideas that you had for cool things to do within Space Engineers 2?
Can you repeat the question,
Oh,
please?
so like when you were generating ideas for Space... Oh, there we go. So you can see the actual contraption there. Because I was trying to work out what was going in your head when you were like, oh, am I going to build some sort of piston-based design without a piston? Or what was kind of the design process behind this?
So actually, I wanted to do the something like this steam train. It just turned out to be a little bit more difficult than I thought, and we obviously have deadlines. So I only converted this into like a simple blueprint, right? But maybe at some point we will publish this train when I finish it.
Oh, very cool. Should we head over to Diggerock's ship, because we're going to have a look at some different building tips now before we build a ship together from scratch. And when we get onto that building segment, guys, as well, we'd love to have your input on different things you've learned when it comes to building within Space Engineers 2 as well. So
Sure,
let me know when you're transferring over, and I will quickly play the trailer so the people can enjoy a little bit of a different trailer screen. Are you transferring over? I don't know if you've got any secret worlds that you can't be showing. Oh no, you've done it well.
I don't think
you've not leaked anything out.
I hope not. I hope not.
Okay, so we're in the hangar, and did we not save it with Diggerock shipping?
I can spawn it in.
Okay, just are your blueprints safe?
I'm not sure. Maybe you can put
hold
on
on.
the screen.
We'll quickly transition over to hide the secret blueprints. Okay, I've transitioned over. Let me know when you go in.
Okay, sure.
You don't know what wacky things that Januz has been building behind the scenes here. And this trailer that I'm actually showing, we're going to go through it a little bit more detail, but this was one of Januz's creations, and they are beautiful. You can see the amount of ships that are flying around, little characters moving around in the background as well. Have you managed to get it up and loaded in?
Working on it.
Oh, just working on it. Yeah, so all that you're seeing here, it's a masterpiece, these trailers that Januz puts together. And what ends up happening is, like, a scene that might have 2 seconds on the screen has probably took him hours and hours to develop. But we'll get into that a little bit more later on. If there's any questions as well we can answer about either Space Engineers 1 and Space Engineers 2 while we're loading things up. We're just trying to do a chill community stream this evening.
Okay, so I think the ship is in. I'm just trying to park it nicely on the landing pad.
Right, I will transfer back then. I will transition back to the garage. There we go. And it's just perfect timing because you're coming into land.
Yeah, so basically I wanted to show this ship today because it's very cool, and especially the mechanical blocks. The way the mechanical blocks are utilized in this build is like really cool. It has this ramp and fully functional landing gear.
Right, we'll have to show them definitely. We'll have to show the ramp. Should we activate the ramp and then also show the landing gears, and then also show the springiness of them landing gears as well?
Sure. So basically, when you normally land, the landing gear kind of dampens the impact on the pad, and the ship jumps a little bit up and down. And this is super cool. Like, when I first saw this, I was amazed how this works. And actually, can show a little bit closer. So it basically bounces up and down. And it can also retract this landing gear.
It looked like that little bouncy car meme when you're doing that then.
Number 5. Oh.
There you go.
Okay, that's number 2. So I'm gonna fly out of, and it's also super fast. So when you guys try it out, just be careful. So basically the landing gear is fully retracted now.
Oh
And
yeah.
look how well this is hidden inside of the hull. It's basically like flush with it. And when you retract it, there is no clank or anything, and it's super smooth.
So when we're doing this little tutorial thing in a moment as well, one of the questions that's popped up in the chat is someone's asked, how do you make rotors and pistons basically so close to the other blocks because other players can't do that? Is that something we can show them how to do as well? Because it is quite straightforward and easy to do, and I'm sure that there's loads of people in the chat that know how to do it. So when it comes to building in Space Engineers 2, yeah.
So okay. We can show that on some example. Maybe I can build it on the landing pad.
Yeah, so if we head in, and we'll do that, because I wanted to just build a ship in Space Engineers 2, you know, kind of a hold your hand process, so we've also got a little bit of a reference as well, and you guys can have some input on how you like to build your ships, how you like to build them from the ground up. But getting a piston or a rotor to fit almost seamlessly around is a question that some newer players definitely do have.
Okay, and the button terminal.
So the goal is to get as flush as possible. We'll have to definitely deal with your clicky keyboard another time, won't we? We'll have to work out how we can get that.
Sorry for that.
It's okay. We'll work it out. We'll work out to get it as smooth as possible. So
pretty much you cannot place the blocks right next to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we have a 25 centimeters grid system that allows us to get a little bit closer to the piston over here. And for example, if we add landing gear, we can also manipulate it a little bit.
So we can use the 25 centimeter to get as close as possible.
Yes, exactly. So let's say that it's close, and
that's
here.
Very close, isn't it?
Yes, and basically right now you can build all around that landing gear.
And this will still piston. Because I know.
Let's check.
Let's see. This because it's as tight as this on the other grid. Pardon me.
So it goes through.
So there you go, guys.
Unfortunately, it. Okay.
Oh.
You can see what's the problem now.
Yeah, we've misaligned it, haven't we? Oh, there we go. It's popped on through.
Okay.
So yeah, we need to put that on a little bit straighter.
Yep. And I believe when we place the blocks over here now, it should be pretty flush. Piston and...
Let's have a look.
Oh.
Have we crashed?
Yes, I think my game just crashed.
Alright, hold on then. Let me transition over. We'll fix it. Yeah, we've had a little crash. Let me know when you've got it back up and operational. But as Januz was saying there, is like it's as simple as building them 25 centimeter blocks right up to it. And of course, Space Engineers 2 is still in early access alpha, so it's still being developed. So there's going to be bugs and issues, as you guys know. And when you do come across them, make sure you report them. And I know Januz after this will check his log and submit that and get it looked at by our team. Let us know when you're back up and operational, and I'll keep my eyes on the chat. Insert elevator music. Pure Water is saying here. I'm just seeing the sequence on the trailer where all the the little plushies come flying out of the container and start getting attached. Oh, it's a great trailer, this. I love this. Yeah, there's nothing like magnetizing 100 plushies or something. So another question is, do you plan on changing the game's interface for release? Yes, so the UI is something that the team are actively looking at changing, and it is in development. Of course, the team are working on improving it, adding more features to it, and of course beautifying it as well. So what you're seeing now is very different from what the final product will be when it comes to how the game looks. And just to answer what we're going over this stream, we're just having a little bit of a build, a little bit of a community outreach. We're doing a bit of Space Engineers 2 building. We're showing some tips and tricks. We were just in the process of showing how to get a landing gear to sit flush using the 25cm grid system. And then we'll be over to Space Engineers 1 as well. And we'll also be talking about the trailer that you can see here on screen as well, because Januz is the creator of this masterpiece. Have you managed to get it back up?
Yes, I got it back up, and the piston is working actually.
Okay, so we will transition across, but I'm going to need a new link because the link cancelled itself, so you'll have to do another video link. So just send me another one through, and I will hook it up to the stream.
Sure thing, working on it.
Yo, there's always some technicalities. Yeah, the players are saying it's a beautiful trailer, Januz. It always is. It's nice to finally put a face to, you know, the trailers as well. Like who's cooking them up behind the scenes, because I've been cooking some of the Space Engineers 2 trailers up recently. Januz has been cooking up some of the Space Engineers 1, but some of the more original Space Engineers 2 trailers Januz was doing as well. So we've kind of taken it in turns a little bit, haven't we? I don't think I've touched a Space Engineers 1 trailer yet. Because I'd be actually a bit scared of touching a Space Engineers 1 trailer because you do them so well. Like I just don't know if I could compete.
I mean, you did excellent work with SC2 trailers.
It's just perfect. So they're just stylized though, like the bits that pop up on the screen and the way they're laid out, and then the amount of time it takes to do each one of them shots. Have you got that link across?
Yeah, some shots. Yes, okay, I've sent it to you.
Let me get this new link in place, guys, and then we'll be back on mission.
Yeah, actually, as Aaron mentioned, some shots for the trailer were a little bit time-consuming. And for example, these 2 shots in the intro where the blue base is shown, I think this probably took the most time because it's like a very big set, and there are a lot of ships and a lot of characters moving around, and spacing everything wasn't that time consuming, but then synchronizing it, so the camera and the character movements, the ships, different ships have different speeds. It takes a little bit of time.
Okay, I'm transitioning us back to the world now that we're in. So this is back to the Piston through the small gap. So we'll quickly do a final explanation, since we had that little crash, of how to get it a flush fit piston.
Okay, so pretty much we have a piston over here and a landing gear, and to get it flush, we will now need to reverse piston, and then we will set the extension of the piston so it's flush with this part. So this is 25 centimeters. So I believe if we offset the piston maximum extension to 25, it should be flush with the.
So there you go.
The rest.
So for the players wondering,
or maybe minimum 0.25.
Yeah, I think the minimum. I think it's going to be the minimum setting. Well, this is it. This is part of the engineering aspect, and it's what these more advanced mechanical blocks allow you to do. They allow you to just give a bit of fine tuning. Of course, there's more settings coming to these mechanical blocks as well in the future. So here we go, the fine tuning.
Okay. Yes, fine tuning. I had to extend it because apparently the piston doesn't like when you set the minimum distance higher than when it's actually on the minimum at that moment. So, but I think now it should be flush.
So to answer the question that's popped up as well, functions to buttons and ship toolbar, they are coming very, very soon. I can't give you a date, but they are coming soon. That is something we're looking at the moment. So you will be able to interact with buttons. So yeah, we know how important it is to pressing a big red button and making things happen. But there's there it is, a nice flush landing gear. And of course you can scale this up, can't you, Januz? You can get this you can do this on the bigger grid as well.
Yeah, and you have this partial copy paste. So I believe if you just copy this and paste somewhere else, it should work. Never tried this before, so let's see.
Because I'm not sure if it copies the subgrid over, so you just have to.
Maybe, maybe without subgrid. But if can we paste this? If I extend this piston, we will be able to paste the landing gear, and it's going to be pretty painless. We won't have to set it up all over again.
There we go, both extending out. And it's just going to have to be the other way around though. Because the other thing that I think would be really nice to show them as well is how to make a flush ramp. Because we made a flush piston, but just like on Diggerock's grid, you know, how it has that ramp that extends down. So maybe if we could make like a frame and make a rotor ramp and just have it extend down.
Okay, so we can try to do this as well.
Because
I'd say it's going to be a little higher, so the ramp actually, you know, like have a little bit of slope over here.
Because the ramp I'm thinking, like one of the ramps that I always get really well, it's funny, yeah, funny enjoying a ramp, but you know the one from the Millennium Falcon? Oh, what's the blend there? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Millennium Falcon. It's just a beautiful, like, it has a beautiful drop down ramp. But like these loads of ships we drop down assault ramps as well that are really cool. Like
I think we can actually do something similar. We basically need to combine pistons and rotors, but I think we should be able to do that. So basically, this will be the base of the ramp, right? And then we're gonna place a rotor over here, the piston.
Yeah, because even like a ramp from like an APC or something, you know, where it seals up flush against the hull once it's deployed. This is it. So, because sometimes as well, I will say this, guys, is when we're building, you have to have like an element of science, like silence, or else you just can't compute exactly what's going on. Yeah, alien dropship ramp. That's cool. Like even like the one from 40k, like a classic Rhino ramp or something.
We could do that as well. Okay, so now I'm not sure if this will be possible to make it like that. Maybe if I offset this piston for like, you know, 10 centimeters and get it just close to this, it will be fine.
Because even if we can get something similar, or even just a ramp that rotates up and down, that's flush fit, I think would be pretty cool still. But if there is any other questions, guys, we'll try our best to answer them if we have some answers. Or if you guys are struggling with trying to build something in game, let us know, and maybe Januz can help us out. And there we go, we've got a tiny ramp.
Yeah, a small one first, but then we can iterate on it. Okay, let's see if this works. So, okay, now it's going down.
Okay, yeah, see, that's nice.
Maybe it should be like one block shorter, so it goes down like perfectly, but I think it's like...
Yeah, you've got the right idea.
And then we will need to give the rotor some limiter, like a physical limiter, because we cannot set rotor limits in the game yet.
So like a block that's blocking the way or something would work.
Yeah, something like this. So the ramp stops over here and it's flush this part. Let's see if this works.
Oh, here we go. Our first attempt at a little ramp.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, because we've got that piston, haven't we? So we need to clear out some space at the bottom.
Okay. So the ramp is flush right now.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a part to cover over here.
Okay, so we've got to carefully place the blocks around it.
Okay, so our limit is... I'm not sure if this will not block the piston, but we can do probably something like this.
Okay.
Maybe we need to reverse this rotor and make it...
What, and just have a look at how much spacing we've got between here. No, so it was a little tight at the bottom, wasn't it?
It kind of interrupts the movement of the ramp, so...
These are the difficulties of a flush fit. Flush fit, it's going to be a little bit tight.
Yeah, it's easy to make something work, but it's more difficult to fine tune it, I think.
Yeah, every dropship's got to have a ramp like this, though, or at least 2 ramps that open up or deploy down. It was, to be honest, that the Digger Rock ship, I've seen that ship pretty much everywhere. In terms of people going, oh, this is, the perfect example on how to build a big ramp door, because it also has a locking mechanism that seals it in place. Of course, they will have a rock later on the rotors, so you don't have to worry about, this is just a temporary solution as we add more controls or more fine controls over to the rotor system. But of course, if you guys are testing out these rotors, get over to the feedback site and leave your feedback about the rotors and the settings that you'd like to have in the future. And more importantly, not just the settings you'd like to have, but why you'd like them as well, so our designers can understand why that sort of feature is requested.
Okay. Wonder if this will make it flush or just will get stuck over here. Because if it gets stuck, we can fix it, because the rotor has offset options, but we need to check.
Yeah. And if you guys want to have an experiment along with us, and you've got Space Engineers 2 or 1, boot it on up, have a bit of a play with your ramps, and we'll see what we can do. Oh, sorry, it has got caught.
Yes, it has got caught, but we can fix that by increasing the offset.
Because this would be a good time as well, is naming your grids, especially your rotors if you've got multiple rotors. It's a very good idea to start naming them.
Yes, you are right, Aaron, because later on, when we have multiple rotors and multiple pistons, it's going to be very difficult to find out which one is which. And I'm not sure if you guys are aware how to do this, but I've noticed in some YouTube comments and stuff that some players are not aware how to rename blocks, and it's very easy. Just double click on the block, and then you can type whatever you want. For example, rotor, ramp, and that's it.
Okay,
it's renamed. Or if you want to group some blocks, you mark the block, then press Ctrl, mark the rest of the blocks you want to group, and this button over here groups them in place. And as you can see in this hangar, there are multiple groups of blocks, for example, spotlights, central lights, and stuff like that. And this helps you organize your build, so it's easier to work on it when it gets big and complex and complicated, right?
That's it. And the thing, one of my tips that I'd always give, especially Space Engineers 1, Space Engineers 2 here, is start naming right from the beginning when you're building anything, because it's already too late when you start naming things later on, because then you've got to work out what everything is. Or especially if you've got 600 lights in your ship, and then you're like, oh, I want to turn one room off, and then you have to switch manually trying to work out which lights are in each room. It can be a right pain. So start naming things from the beginning. As you set things up, it'll make your life a lot easier.
Exactly.
So are you going to play around now trying to centralize this, centralize it?
Yes, I think I will put this to 75, so it's more center. There will be some gaps, but I think it's safer if we leave some gaps, because for example, when the ship moves and this ramp is a little bit loose, it may cause some unwanted behavior.
Of course.
So it's good to.
And a little gap is not too dangerous, you know, in the vacuum of space or anything. It's not like they're going to get sucked out for it. Yet.
Yet. And maybe we can show our viewers one more thing.
Of course.
With pistons.
Yeah, let's get some pistons out.
But
Go on.
yeah,
Let's have a go. Let's try it. Let's
check which one is that.
Let's try and get it working.
Right.
So what we're showing
Okay.
what we're showing with pistons
So
then?
this one. I wanted to show what happens when the piston is turned off. So basically, I'm not sure if this will happen without any gravity, but if I turn this piston off, it loses the pressure inside of the piston. So it basically works like a real life piston. Because, you know, for example, in SC1, I believe when you turn off the piston, it stands in place, right? You cannot move it, you cannot do anything with it. And in SC2, when you turn off the piston, it's actually like, you know, losing the pressure. So
So it's not got any hydraulic pressure or whatever's keeping it up.
Hydraulic, exactly. Hydraulic or pneumatic pressure, it's off, and you know, basically you cannot do anything. But then when you turn it back on, it's gonna pop back off to the.
So if we do this on a planet, will it just instantly drop back down because of gravity, or not?
Yes, it should.
Okay, very, very, very cool indeed. Should we have a go at building a ship together?
Yes, I think we can.
So what I want to do, this is a little bit of a challenge. We're going to be building a ship in Space Engineers 1 and Space Engineers 2 tonight. And we're just going to be having a bit of a feel about it. And we obviously want your feedback and your thoughts. And we're going to build, should we build an ion ship in both, or should we build like a hybrid? What are you feeling?
So let's build the ion ship first, and then we can see how much time this will take, and then we can add some hydrogen subsistence. What do you think, Aaron?
Okay, yeah, that's perfect. So if we build ourselves like a nice little craft to get between stations, for instance, let's say that. So it's got to have a bit of speed to it. Maybe we could have an ore detector. We need some cargo, of course, and we also need a survival kit to fit in somewhere there. And I think if we manage to fit all that in a nice, beautiful package, we're on for a win. So how do you go about starting building your ships anyway, Januz? Where do you start?
Actually, I start with putting all the systems that I want in the ship there. Like, doesn't matter the layout. And then when all the systems are there, I start to build the ship, like the hull around them, because it makes it easier, I think, this way than first creating the hull and then adjusting the systems to the hull. I mean, of course, you can do it this way as well. And if you create some very cool hull, it's like, you know, amazing. But this is the way I do it.
Yeah, Commander X has brought up a good point. Starting to build ships is easy. Finishing them is the bit he hasn't figured out quite yet. So should we get started then? Let's go. I'll start a virtual timer here as well, so we can put you under a bit of pressure of building. Will you make the common mistake of forgetting the gyroscopes? Because I think everyone's done that. Give us an 07 guys in the chat if you forgot a component of a ship, and let us know what component you forgot. Is it thrusters, gyroscopes, thrust in one direction? Have you forgot batteries? I know many times I forgot to put gyroscopes on and I've jetted up only to just lose control.
I'm guilty.
Yeah, I think we've all done it. I think it's just a matter of catching yourself out before you crash the ship. Yeah, someone's forgot to put a reactor on their ship. That's never a good one. I mean, the thing is, you can go quite far with battery power, but then if you're not got nothing to charge your batteries, yep, the usual gyro. Yeah, I think usually for me it's the gyroscope or a thruster in one direction. Like I forget one direction and then I just start drifting off, and in the panic I rapidly have to stick one on in one direction. It looks like a right mess. So we've got two landing gears going up quickly.
Yes, I just build a base to quickly space out, like, you know.
See, I don't know why, but
systems.
I really want to present this like a cooking show. Like I feel like I feel like it's like cooking up a ship, you know. And if you guys are following along at home, you know, with your own recipe of building a ship, let us know. Oh, so there's our singular battery module. Oh, a few battery modules.
Yes.
Couldn't you just go with one bigger one, or would that just be too big?
Maybe that's a good idea, actually.
It is a bit big. I don't know what the ratio. Yeah.
That's fine. I think we can.
Because what would you think the trade-off is? Because we've got the mini battery cell as well that allows you just to push one in.
Yes, we got the mini batteries.
Because I know a lot of the players have said as well. Like, so if you know the big one holds 4 batteries, correct? But if you just put 4 batteries in the little cell, what's the advantage or disadvantage of that, Januz? Or don't you know?
Honestly, I'm not sure, but we can check.
Because this is an interesting one. Because yeah, even though we've got four batteries, we've got them in the tiny holders. Because if the power output is the same as the big one with 4 holders, then there wouldn't be any point at the big one, would there?
Yeah, exactly. So we got 3 sizes of batteries here. So half meter battery is 50 kilowatt hours. Then the medium is 1 megawatt hours.
Okay.
And the large one is 4 megawatt hours. So the medium is, it seems, 50. Oh, that's much bigger. That's like.
If we've got any electricians in the chat here, because I'm quickly trying to convert the megawatts into kilowatts. So yeah, so basically it is more efficient.
Yes, much more efficient. So you will not fit. So this is like times. I'm bad at math, but times 20, right? I'm not sure, chat. What do you think?
Yeah, so you'd have to put a ton of little batteries in to have the same output as 4 batteries with this. So I'm guessing it's working like like a transformer or something. I'm not an electrical guy either, but so you're basically getting more power out of the batteries with this bigger system behind it. Okay, so I don't think though how we're going to make that look smooth though. That's just so big, that 4 cell one. It's going to be hard.
Yeah, exactly. So now we have a actual challenge because we need to somehow fit it in some flush hole or flush shape, right?
Yeah, the chat.
I'm gonna add main thruster.
Are we going to go with a big thruster or a small one?
I'm thinking what would be the best with such a big battery.
See, I feel like I've spoiled your design by telling you to put the big battery on. Maybe go back to the original plan because I feel like I've thrown it off.
No. This is a good challenge. I think. Oh, actually, we can also turn on the symmetry mode so we don't forget thrusters from any side. I like to put the small thrusters on the side of the ship because usually you don't need that much thrust. Also.
Well, it might be a very heavy battery now, so we're going to need a lot of thrust.
Yeah, especially actually, we'll see. We're gonna test fly it and then make necessary adjustments.
Yep.
So if we have so much space on the back, maybe I can place the
survival kit. We need a survival kit as well, don't we?
Okay.
Somewhere, just in case, because I always think that if you're building a new ship, if you don't put a survival kit on it and for some reason you die, then you're never going to see the thing again, are you?
True.
So there we go. Aaron's got Januz to stick some random, loads of random blocks on now. So we're gonna struggle to beautify this thing. We really are. We'll have to do some intense greebling to get this looking good. Currently, it looks like a frog with a long neck, or a
Exactly.
chicken. Yeah, or a big chicken.
So I guess we could fit this thruster underneath,
Yep, there we go.
and we still have some clearance.
Have we
to
got any
the
downwards thrust
landing.
yet? We need some downwards thrust.
No. We can add some.
Okay, this is the moment of truth where we disconnect it by mistake. Oh, good.
I hope not. Let's check.
Okay, there we go. So
Okay, and this is the moment you mentioned that I started to fly the ship, but I don't have all the thrusters yet, and now adding them in the flight so it doesn't
okay,
float away.
right. So we've got thrust, we've got gyroscopes. It's not the prettiest ship in the fleet. So how would we go from doing this to making this a little bit prettier? What would you do? What do you think the next step
Okay,
is?
so assuming we have all the systems we want, I would now start to iterating on the shape of the ship, and adding maybe some gribbling later. Now just basic shape, and then if the shape works, then continue with it. If it doesn't, maybe we can change it.
We have had a good comment from the chat as well. Another forgotten block is an antenna. Because
that's true.
Yeah, because if you don't have an antenna, that's another way of losing your ship as well. So yeah, very good point there. Very good point.
I think this would be a good spot for antenna.
So having a little build, and we need access to them battery cells though, don't we, as well? So we make it. We're making it hard. We made it hard.
Okay. I'll bring back this thruster.
Just and to answer the question about console, we don't have any information on console for you tonight, I'm afraid. And there we go. Oh, there's a little bit of reverse armor shell going on there.
So I'm thinking about the survival kit. It will probably be good to have it on the side of the ship for easy access.
Yeah, because when you said you build this way, like to me, this would be really hard because I'd be like, oh no, now I've got to retake half of the ship apart because I can't see the the little cockpit inside the survival kit.
That's true. So I'm thinking now, but do you need this much clearance to the survival kit, or just you can?
I don't think so. I think you just pop out. You'll pop out just generally in front of it.
Okay, so okay, for peace of mind, we can rotate it.
Oh, thank you. I feel much better now that we can access that screen from the side.
Okay, so this. Okay, I'm just trying to add some basic shape so we can see.
And are you a big fan of symmetrical ships, or do you every now and then build a ship that's not symmetrical?
Personally, I think asymmetrical ships look more interesting, but I understand why it's more common to build symmetrical ships because, look, for example, instead of building each side separately, you just turn on the symmetry mode and add a little bit of armor here and there, and it's mirrored on the other side right away. You don't have to fiddle with it or anything, and then basically it saves you, like, you build a ship twice as fast as you would without the symmetry.
Yeah, I think if I'm building a ship in creative mode and I don't have symmetry on, it just takes me forever. Like, symmetry's been a lifesaver in both Space Engineers 1 and 2. But the feature that a lot of players forget though is the copy and paste. Like, they forget they can copy and paste, but like they can select a module that they built on one side and rotate it around and place it if they need to as well. So,
yes, that's true. So, for example, if you want to use the copy and copy and paste, you hold Control, then Control P, select the block, and then with Control still holding, you select the part you want to copy. and that's how you do partial copy and paste. And now you can paste this piece wherever you want. So for example, we can very quickly add additional landing gear. Or
yeah, it's great. This is great if you're building like engine bay cells on a ship and you've got a really nice design, and then you can just like take that design and then now slap it on other ships as well. So you can build some really good modules, because something when Space Engineers 2 was first developed, we were really trying to encourage people to build modules so they can use them on multiple ships because of that tool. So have a go with it if you've not, and don't forget about it basically. Okay, before we turn it into an insect with 6 legs. Quickly remove that back leg.
So, yeah, actually I can remove it because the ship probably doesn't need to be that long. And we can add some protection for the thrusters now, because when you fly around, Space Engineers 2 protects you only up to 20 meters a second. It's good when you try to land. It's good when you maneuver in some very tight spaces. But when you go above 20 meters per second, you can actually damage your ship. So it's good to have at least a little bit of protection around the thrusters.
Well, the chat saying I've got some curveballs that I'm throwing at you here. Do you think I'm being fair with the survival kit and the big battery, or do you think that was a bit of a mean one? I think it's a challenge. It's part of the challenge.
I like challenges, so I think it's good to to throw yourself some additional challenges, right? When you build some stuff. For example, exactly. You go on Reddit or you go on YouTube, you see somebody building some cool stuff, or adding some cool elements to their ship, and you think, okay, maybe I could use it also in my ship, and then you try to adjust your ship for some specific needs.
Because I'd like to have a go at as well in this stream. I know there's probably not enough time for it. Is to have a go at building a really greebly cockpit, like. If we just focus some time on building a nice cockpit with nice seats, nice glass windows, like the dream cockpit I'm talking about here, with lots of nice pressy buttons, maybe rotating chairs. Oh, rotating chair! You've got to have a rotating chair in your cockpit, haven't you? Especially maybe one that rotates from the ceiling.
Actually, that would be pretty neat. And would you like to have a go at it, Aaron? Because
I can do, but I need to boot up my other PC. So it will take me a few minutes. So if you want to continue having a little build, and I'll just see if I can boot everything up while we're on stream here, because it might be a bit more challenging than I thought. Because I just thought I'd keep the small computer on, so I'd keep the sound of everything as silent as possible. But we have also got to have a look at the trailer, and we've got to go through that stage by stage as well. And just get everything online here as well. Maybe we need to set this up for another time for a proper build-off. Would you be up for a build-off, Januz, you think? We could do a build, me versus you. We have a set amount of time, and we try and build, and we get the community in on it, and we can all show each other's creations at the end.
Yeah, actually, we can ask chat what our viewers want us to build, and then start.
Yeah, you know who'd be good to get on for that is Joachim as well. I think that would be like a proper build off. Then I think he'd absolutely wipe the floor with us. So if you guys don't know, Joachim's the one that builds all the cool creations for the trailers for Space Engineers 1. Did he build the little go-kart that's becoming very popular on the workshop? What did you call it before?
Yes, it was Joachim who built the little car, and the car is called a Goofmobile.
We'll show it in the trailer in a second. So we've got a little bit of test flight. It's quite, you know what I like? I do like the thrusters at the back. The thruster housing is quite nice.
Yeah, we would probably need to add more armor over here and somehow protect this area as well.
It feels like you built. So is this like a little shunting ship for moving stuff?
Yeah, like a tag ship, we can. So now when we have like, basic shape in place, I would now replace these parts with pistons. And do you think we have time to do this?
Yeah, of
Or?
course. We've got at least another 40 minutes, and we've got to have a look at the trailer, and then we've got to boot up Space Engineers 1, so we should have time. So we might as well have a proper play, because it's not often we just get to chill out with the community like this and have a little bit of a build. Usually we're always showing something new, so let's have a little bit of a build.
Sure. So let's do it. Okay. So we have those arms now that we will be able to extend. Okay.
I see. When I do these, I always make the arms too long. Like I for some reason, I think it's more funny when you've got like a piston that extends like 6 long, or something. So you can really reach in there and grab a block.
It's useful in tight spaces for sure.
So if we dump a random cargo container or something, can we just have a little bit of a check out to see if this is actually capable of moving and grabbing stuff?
Sure.
And see how good it is. Because there is, as you guys have seen in our dev diaries, there is mag locks and merge blocks in development behind the scenes. So you'll soon have access to them as well.
Okay, so those will be landing gears on the top of the pistons. I'm guessing that those are those because they are on separate grids, like subgrids, right? They are on top of pistons, and that's why they are marked like this on the terminal.
Yep.
So I'm gonna turn on the auto lock and also group those.
And a question from the chat as well. What is your favourite rapid disassembly method?
Probably crashing something into us.
Yeah, well, I can't wait until we get our hands on warheads, because that'll definitely be my favourite.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, the Gatling guns are quite good. Rocket launchers are coming, sooner or later. So there'll be a lot of ways of rapidly deconstructing your craft. Okay, so it's worked quite well.
Yeah.
So
the container is empty, so I'm not sure. Maybe we can add some blocks to.
We can do. You can even go on the admin menu and spawn some things into it and just see how it handles with a heavier weight. I wouldn't expect it to have too much of a difference, really. Okay, so it's a lot stiffer.
Gyroscope.
Oh, if you put a gyroscope on it, we'll struggle to move the thing, but we'll need power as well.
Let's try. Okay, no, it's moving.
Oh yeah, but have we got power on that block as well? Because because I'm pretty sure the gyroscopes need the power. Okay, now is it hard to move?
Yeah, now it's hard to move. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to overcome 4 big gyroscopes with much, but they add.
So this Polis station here, like you know what would be really cool now we've got the rotors and pistons, is if they added a door to it. So we had a door that we could open and close on this big place.
If we have yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can put in a request.
We can do that.
Do you reckon we can build a big door? Because that's a big project, a big door though, isn't it? Or we can use large armor though, can't we?
We can definitely. Okay, we can definitely.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it, because I think everyone's really enjoying the piston experimentations.
Yeah, we'll need.
Oh, just hold on. We're getting a bit of lag. Bit of lag here, guys. Sorry. Something's it's getting a little bit of lag. Sorry, guys. Trying to work out what's going on. There we go. We might have got everything back. Yeah, there we go. We're all back on.
Okay, so I'm I'm trying to remove the terrain over here so we can play.
Oh, so yeah, because we've got to thread the door back through itself. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of lag going on here. Januz, can you still hear me? Oh no, what's going on? We're lagging out. Oh no, we've lost. Have we lost you? Are you back? Are you back? Did we lose you? Oh, right, we lost you for a second there. I thought it was me. I thought it was me lagging out. Right, let me just make sure that you're back on screen as well. Okay, you just yeah. Well, I can see it. I can see it at the minute. I'm just seeing if everything's working. Yeah, it should still be coming through. Let me just make sure. Yeah, yeah, we can still see you. We just had a bit of lag there for a minute, guys. I apologise for that. Right, let's have a little bit more of a dig with that voxel hand. See if we can get things working. I'm just trying to. Because at the moment it seems to be. Is it frozen on? Because I can see. Okay, so. Yeah, if you want to restart your bit, because you seem to be frozen, so maybe reconnect and then reconnect your video source as well. I'll transition over to the trailer while you're sorting that out, and then we can get our performance back. Send out the 1,000 plushies. There we go. It'd be interesting though, because I know a lot of people have got themselves the plushies now as well from our limited plushie run. So let us know, chat, if any of you guys in here have one of the new Space Engineers 2 plushies. It would be very cool to know as we transition back over to the trailer. Right. I can't see you back just yet. It feels like it's gonna need a reset on your camera. Let me see if I can reset your camera. Okay, so you're still stuck there. Let me see if I can unstick you here as well. Oh yeah, so you'll need a new stream link as well for you. Yeah, so just give me a link to it whenever you get a minute, and we'll get this show back on the road. Oh, perfect. Right, Right, I've got that one now, and if you just move your camera around, let me just check that's working. And then I just need you to disconnect from this chat and then reconnect to it, and then we should be back up and running. And we'll get this working again. And the lag got us good, guys, there. Let's have a look. Okay. We'll see when Januz pops back. How are you guys doing out there this evening? Thank you for popping along for our little impromptu building stream.
Can you hear me now?
I do hear you now. And yes, you are moving, so we'll transition back to your screen. And there we go. We should have you back. Yep. You're working, you're moving. Perfect. And we're in the midst of the door. Just make sure when you're streaming you've got it all. There you go. Perfect.
Okay, we're back. Nice. I'm so sorry for that, guys.
No, it's all right.
Sure
This happens. It happens. Okay. So, right, where were we up to? So we were trying to get piston doors working.
Yes, I'm trying to measure how much space are we going to need for those doors.
Mm-hmm.
I think this might be a little bit too high.
There we go. Okay, so yeah, so that might be a little bit too, because we've kind of got to fit the whole door in there, haven't we? So,
Yes.
so we need to figure out how tall the doorway is inside before we try and stick one in. So maybe measure the wall in blocks.
So, yes, basically, we have.
I think, yeah, maybe because this would be
how
one way
many
it'd be.
meters?
We could have. One, sorry, Januz.
43 meters, let's say.
Okay, so we've got a 43-meter door.
Yeah, we got 43 meters to cover. Yeah.
So I think in an ideal world, we'd probably build this in two halves. We'd have one part of the door come down from the top, one part come from the bottom. But in this scenario, I don't know if we could.
Yeah, we could.
I mean, I don't want to overcomplicate it because obviously we've got limited time. It's just a request after. Yes, there already is one. So you've got a basic. You've got a basic scenario input. Hold on, what's going on here? Why are we getting so many connection issues? I wonder if the dog's sitting on the router downstairs or something silly. Can you still hear me, Januz?
I can hear you.
Okay, good, yeah. So the question that I was trying to answer here is the scenario. Is there a scenario without the story? Yes, there is. So if you go into your worlds in Space Engineers 2, you'll find it as, like a classic survival start in there. So you can literally play that. There's no story start. You literally have a drop pod and you start playing from that location there. So if you don't want the story, then you can do that. And the team are also working on other options where you don't have to have the story start. You can still play through the colonization and the colony sort of gameplay loop. And then the other question, I'm guessing this is a Space Engineers 1 question. Can you guys make it so rovers can connect to the new planetary stations? And that's a very good point. That is something we can bring up with the team, and it'd be also good to put that in a feedback write-up as well, because if you are traveling to the stations on the planet and you do have a rover, then it would be nice to be able to connect and trade, wouldn't it? Okay, you're doing some serious mining here, Januz. I don't know if we're gonna have time to build this door.
I hope there is not too much work to be done over here because we've already set the top piston, and now I will only put the top part of the door over here. I need to retract it.
Yeah, 'cause it's going to be hard. We're going to have to thread this piece through and then re-push it through.
Yes, I think so.
It's going to be a little challenge, but a nice big door is worth it. And we're going with the heavy steel plates as well to make it extra reinforced. Very nice. And so the next question here, is there also going to be time for is there going to be a build planner in Space Engineers 2? Yes, there is going to be a build planner. The team have been working on it behind the scenes. They're just working through a lot of priorities, getting more features within the game itself and the stability to a better level as well. So yes, there will be a build planner, and the team will be working on it, but I can't give you a time when you'll have it. But we do know how important it is, because if you were like me and have a memory of a sieve, you go away, you collect some blocks, and then you forget what you need, and you end up coming back. So yeah, build planner. I'll let you know when. We'll let you know. Of course, when we've got more information on that sort of thing, we'll let you know. And we're always, with Space Engineers 2, trying to be as transparent as possible with its development. And we want you guys feeding in as much feedback and as many of them bugs that you find as possible as well, as you are developing this game with us side by side. Okay, how's this door coming? It looks like we've gone with a thin design door.
Yes, I had to thinner it a little bit because the full block wouldn't.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
I could try to remove this part and move it a little bit over there, but part of the doors will still have to be over here, and I'm not sure if I will be able to place them like this.
This is a speed run here. We're building this rapidly fast. We need a lot more time in reality to get this done.
Yes, exactly.
Januz is working as hard as he can to make this door a reality.
Speedrun. Okay, so 22 and half this. So I need to make a little bit more space over here.
I am curious as well, guys, do you guys talk to yourself a little bit as you're building? Because I find myself doing this as well. Like I'll be like, oh yeah, just a little bit more this way, or maybe we need to, and then add this bit here, and it just kind of soothes me through the process. I know, Januz, you definitely talk to yourself while you're building, don't you?
Oh yes, I do. Especially the numbers when you have to remember, like, multiple piston settings or rotor
Yeah.
settings.
I'd be
I think it's the easiest way to, like, just
See, I'd be
repeat
surprised that
this
you
over
don't
and
have
over.
like a little notepad on your desk where you write down some of these numbers just to be like, all right, quickly remember that number, remember that distance.
The problem is that I do, but sometimes I still don't use it, and then I repeat that, and then get it wrong.
Yeah, that's me when I'm building a nutshell as well. Like I feel like sometimes I hit my head against the wall a few times. So if we miscalculate this and we advance both of these pistons, we're gonna ram these doors together, and it's not gonna be pretty.
No, not at all. Actually, I can save. Yeah, guys,
Yes,
remember to save.
that's probably the best tip that's come out of tonight's video. Is remember, guys, to save your game. Remember to save. Right. Are we going to incur a clang incident here? I think we might.
Wait, it's
You know, if you
working.
have we got enough power on it, or
I think so. Let me check. Battery. We're gonna add some batteries.
could it be
over here.
because of where the piston head is as well? Could the piston head be clashing against the?
It's possible. Definitely possible. Wait, let me check one more thing. Maybe this one. Okay. So for some reason it's working now.
Okay, so this is the moment of truth. Will everything snap in half with the power of clang, or will we have managed it perfectly? Because I mean, technically we'd have had to convert how many? I think it was 40 blocks, wasn't it? How many 40 blocks is into small blocks? Okay, let's watch the point. Okay.
Yeah, I miscalculated, unfortunately.
Hold on, no.
So,
It looks like we're doing pretty well.
yeah, but the piston is stopped, and we are still missing, like, let me see.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a gap in that door, haven't we? I mean, if this was a matter of like blast doors and like seal up the blast doors and the blast doors sealed up like that, I think everyone in the station would be like, oh, who measured these blast doors? They should have measured twice. I wonder if it is though. I wonder if like in the sci-fi universe, guys, like people often mismeasure their blast doors and they have a blast door with an opening in the middle.
That's okay. Well, we are missing 12 meters, so it should be 6 meters up from each side, right? Or am I wrong?
I think you're right.
6. Okay. So we will need to place this piston on, like, the bottom of the piston will need to be over here.
Okay, so we need to extend it down. One, is it? 1 block or 2?
So it would need to be over here.
Oh, that was a good way you measured it, though. You used having a quick reconnection. There
And
we go.
now extend this part by 6 meters as well.
And we may have a door. Fingers crossed. My fingers are crossed here that we're going to have this successfully created.
Right. I don't want to cut out the whole station. this part.
Yeah, that happens as well. That would be another good tutorial tip. Be careful what you copy and paste.
Guys, save.
Save. Yep, save it. If you ain't saving every 5 minutes, then you need to rethink it. Right, hopefully we'll get it in this next one and then we can move on to having a little bit of talk about the Space Engineers 1 trailer as well. Is there, I was going to ask this before. Is there any Easter eggs hidden in the Space Engineers 1 trailer? Like, do you ever hide, or should I say, do you ever hide any Easter eggs in? You don't have to tell what they are.
Yes, there is an Easter egg. There is an emote in pretty much every trailer that we do.
Yeah.
And I'm sure some people will probably notice it. I can only say that it's by the end of the trailer.
Okay, okay. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think now myself of what. Well, we'll watch through it and we'll be able to work it out in a minute. And I have got your time here as well for your ship building in Space Engineers 2. So we'll see if you are as fast as building a ship in Space Engineers 1. Okay, this door's coming together. Because you know what? It's so bad. Like every time I build a door, the first thing I want to do is trap something in it. Like I don't know why. I just want to park a ship in between a door.
Between the doors.
Yeah. I don't know why. Like it's just something that takes over me. Like I built a lovely door, and then the first thing I do is trap a grid in it. Here we go.
I mean, this is also a cool way to quickly disassemble your ship, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a cool way. I remember in the old survival series, I think that's how I lost my first ship. I disassembled it in a door. Oh, that was very flush. We're nearly there though now, aren't we?
Yes, we are, but I think we are still.
Are we short?
So, if we 6 meters, and I'm just freestyling it, guys. So, okay. So if we do it like that, and then retract the pistons, we should have enough clearance to pass with the ship, I guess.
Yeah. And then all we need to do is fill up the rest of the door side area then, don't we?
Yes, exactly. Oh, that might be a little bit too much.
Oh, what? Too heavy, you think, for the piston?
No. It's too short.
Oh,
so,
no.
Wait, another 6 meters.
Where do we keep getting 6 meters from?
Okay, so I think I just had the doors too short, and it wasn't because of the piston. Sorry, guys.
Oh, okay. Hang on, no, I don't know if we even moved this piston though, did we? Because we've still got a measuring stick on the left. Well,
yes, I can move it to the bottom and then just extend the.
We'll give it one more go, and then we'll trap a ship in it, and then we'll move on to the trailer. And then there should be just enough time to do a little bit of building in Space Engineers 1. I know it's going to go horribly wrong sticking a ship in it, but it'll be good fun.
Okay. So, if we move it like that, this should be fine, right? I don't know, Chad, what do you think?
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping it's going to be fine. This is it. This is it. This is the trial and error. This is engineering in Space Engineers. If you didn't have to trial and error things, then yeah, there'd be no engineering at all.
Yeah, sometimes you need a lot of iteration for something to work.
Here we go.
Okay.
My fingers are crossed for you on this one.
Let's see.
Let's see if we can get this door piston in. Oh, here we go. Moment of truth.
Going down. Yeah. No, still.
Oh, still too short. Oh, okay, right. We'll have to leave this door. Maybe you can finish the door for another time, and then we can show it.
Yeah, I think we can make the doors in the cool things you can do in Space Engineers.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transition us over to the beautiful trailer for economy, and if you tune in and you boot up Space Engineers 1 in the background while we're having a look through this. So I will reverse the trailer back to the beginning so you guys can see it. And then I'll just keep this screen here and we can work our way through it. So we're on we're on this first little sequence with this container here. Maybe give us a bit of a background of like the because every time Januz makes one of these trailers, or if I make a trailer, we have a little bit of a storyboard that we pitch, don't we? We pitch a storyboard forward of what's the idea behind the trailer and what's it going to be about. So what was the idea behind this economy trailer? What did we really want to show off?
So I wanted our players to feel like they are some sort of trader that makes a living by going from station to station and trade some goods. And
Okay.
you can see all the containers, all the cargo ships, those little tug ships over there in the background. And yeah, so that was the idea behind it.
Mm-hmm. And then we were discussing about how these trailers are prepared, weren't they? And so Joachim builds a lot of these ships and crafts, and then you kind of coordinate the sequence, don't you? And then get the like the replay tool set up. You get all the astronauts in place, and then maybe explain a little bit just about how long one of these singular takes can take to actually film, because we might see 3 seconds on screen. Well, how long is 3 seconds in creating that video?
The in-game camera and recording. And then on some of those scenes, there is also a little bit of post-processing, like, zooming
Mm-hmm.
slightly. So it looks like a little bit better.
Yeah, so extra crispy. Oh, hold on. I've reverted the trailer back to the start. I'm just trying to get it to play again. I don't. It's misbehaved itself. There we go. Let's see if we can get this trailer to boot back up. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so for some reason you disappeared as well, Januz. I don't know where you've gone. Yeah, you've I'm trying to work out where you've gone, because all of a sudden it is just me here. Oh, there you go. You are back. You are now back on the screen. Now I'm just trying to work out where the trailer has gone. Okay, let's see if we can recover that trailer back in here, so we can continue watching. And there we go. We'll just input that and see if that'll boot that trailer back into position. There we go. Now trailer's back as well. We're fighting it tonight, guys. It's really fighting us, some of these little controls that are going on. So there, where were we? Because we were about halfway through. We've got on screen at the moment as well that cool little vehicle we were talking about as well. What did you call it? The little golf cart.
The GovMobile. It's one of the vehicles Joachim prepared for the trailer, and I think it's like very cool. It's actually useful, and yeah, Joachim just placed them in the words. Messaged me on Discord, said, "Hey, I left something extra over there on the landing pad. Check it out."
Oh. Yeah, just because also then we got up to all the new ships and then to do with the economy and the encounters as well. And there was 17 new stations. So when you went to highlight these stations and the service terminal, did you end up going to each one, or did you just like coordinate the best looking ones?
So I of course went to them all, check all the new stations.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think they are like small masterpieces, and Joachim did a great job on them. And I picked the ones that I think are the most interesting, but it doesn't mean that the rest of them is not good. I think like all of them are very well crafted, and I encourage you guys to visit them as well, because I think it's worth it even to see how some things are done and how some of those new blocks that we added in this update are incorporated into this design. And over here I have those new bulk cargo containers in mind, because some of those stations, like bulk cargo container, it's something that you carry around, but actually some of those stations have those cargo containers incorporated into them, so it looks like integral part of the station instead of like something mobile, like cargo container.
Yeah, and so one of the comments is here about the feedback. So currently with the feedback for Space Engineers 2 as well, I've been going through the feedback myself, at the moment in time, and I've been looking through all the things that are stacked there, and with all the feedback, we have to archive some of it after a certain amount of time, because there's just so much of it. And if you want your feedback heavily reviewed by the team, of course we're submitting, you know, different parts of the team, but if you want it heavily reviewed, then make sure you get other people voting up your feedback, get them to have a look at it and read it through, because of course one person's opinion is great, but if more people feel the same way about something, then we can really start to kind of take a direction with that feedback, rather than just have one person state the feature that they like and then it kind of just be left there in the feedback section to eventually get archived. But yeah, I do understand your point there, and we do try to respond to as many bits of feedback as possible, but there is so much of it coming in, so we're just taking the things that are voted up to the top, getting the votes in, and then using that up there as well. Okay, so let's continue rolling forward. So now that we've had a little bit look at the trailer, have you managed to boot up Space Engineers 1 in the background?
Yes,
okay,
it's on.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you can see my stream or.
Let me just double check. I'll see if I can. I might need a new link from you.
Oh, okay. Give me a second. I will just.
Yeah. So I'll continue. We'll continue going through the feedback through Space Engineers 2. And just like I said before, is do your best, guys, to get other people to have a look at your feedback and vote it up, if they feel the same about that feedback as well. That's the best way of getting it through, you know, through to the team, because we want to see you guys make a difference.
Okay.
Okay, how are we doing there?
I'm getting there. Okay, Space Engineers.
Let's have a quick look at another question of what we've got going on here. The other thing I'll say about the feedback is sometimes some people's feedback breaks into multiple sections. So even if we agree with a particular part of someone's feedback and we are planning it, the next segment that they've added there might not be something that we're doing. So we've got to be very careful of what we agree with and what we confirm, because the last thing we want to do is get your hopes up on a feature, for it to either not be like you guys have described it or not what you're expecting, because we want to kind of meet your expectations as well. So responding to feedback has to be done really carefully, because if we can confirm something or tell you it's going to happen, or even say that we're planning on doing something similar, you guys might jump on that and say, right, they're doing it this way, where we might end up doing it differently. So you've got to understand that aspect of it there as well. But of course we do try our best to respond to as many bits of feedback as possible that we can confirm or we can discuss with you. Some areas we just can't discuss with it because it's still in development and it's still undergoing the design process. Okay, let's have a look what else we got there. Have you got that through to us, Januz?
Yes.
Oh,
I've just sent
perfect.
you the link. Hopefully it works.
Yeah, let me see if I can get this connected up. Okay, so yes, now we are. So we'll transition into Januz's game, and we are now in the world from the trailer, correct?
Yes. So this is the what we used in the last trailer, and as you can see, we have all the ships in place. Everything that you've seen on the screen moving is here, just standing in space. I'm not sure if this is the world with the replay tool recordings. I can check. If it is, we can see how the
world moves.
Yes, how the world moves, how the stuff works, but I'm not sure. No, there is no recording.
Oh, okay. So this is like the blank one. This would be like the world before you start a new scene. Everything's positioned, ready, and then you start moving. Exactly. Because you know what? We've not shown the replay tool and how it works in so long. Maybe we could even show the little replay tool here as well, because it feels like it's been ages since anyone's took us through. So show us how to get onto the admin menu and where the replay tool is as well. So if you guys want to do your own videos, your own cinematic videos, you can use this tool, and it's been in the game for years and years now. An actual exciting thing about this tool is when I originally visited Keen in Prague, Joel showed me this tool and I said, why is this not in the game? You know, players would love to make some sort of machinery bits with it. And we talked with Marek then and there, and then it came out in an update. And to be honest, it's a fantastic tool, and you can do some crazy things with it. You can make your own, obviously, movies, your own little machinery bits. So take it away, Januz. How do we get this tool operational?
So in game, you press Alt and F10, hold them, and then from this admin screen menu, you select Replay Tool, and then you have this little menu over here, and you can, for example, add characters, remove characters, swap between characters, and record their movement as well. So, for example, if I put this engineer into the cockpit, and now go back to this menu, press record and replay, drive around a little bit, now press escape and reload the world. Oh, sorry, I think I forgot about one very important thing.
Did we not save
to save?
Yeah.
Yes. To save when the character is in place, ready to move. But it's okay. We can do it again, like really quick. So you got the character in the cockpit. Now you save from where you want him to start. Go into the menu, record and replay. Move forward, turn, and now escape. And now reload the world.
Because I will say as well, one of the hardest things to record is rovers, because the physics act upon them slightly different, don't they, each time. So I remember recording some rovers, and I was driving around like a dirt track on voxels, and I jumped over a mound, and every time I jumped over this mound, the physics kind of hit slightly different. So I landed in a slightly different spot. But I guess on a flat platform like this, it's going to be quite accurate.
Yeah, rovers are difficult to record, even on very flat surfaces, because you will always get different results. So the best movement for rover is to just go straight in a line. Okay, so when we are back after reload, you just press replay, and then the character will move. And we can do that actually for multiple characters. The most characters I did was in this last trailer, actually, in this scene where all the purchasable ships are presented. There were, I think, probably like 50 or 60 characters in the same scene. So you can do, like, you can get a lot out of the replay tool for sure.
And just to answer one of the questions that's popping up in the chat, there is a roadmap, guys, that you can check out, and that will tell you the direction of development. And each one of the steps, as we reach it, we add more detail into them steps on the roadmap of what exactly it's going to contain. But you can see the general direction of Space Engineers 2 from that roadmap if you need any help in that area. And of course, when your feedback gets added in there, we can do little updates to the roadmap as we go along, and you'll see them. So if you flick through the roadmap on the website, on the Steam page, you'll see exactly where we're up to, which vertical slice, and the direction that we go in. Okay, sorry, Januz, to interrupt there. But that was the cool little replay tool. It's a really cool little rover. This, how many is it? Got 6 people you can fit in there.
Yes, you can fit the whole crew over there, and then just get them straight into the ship so they can board.
Yeah, it's great. I love that rover cockpit though as well. This can we try and drive this aboard that ship on the right, like, and turn it into a replay? Because I know it would be really difficult to do that, but
I'm not sure that. Yeah, we are a little bit too low. Let's see. Maybe with different wheel suspension, with different wheels.
Yeah, we just might not be able to get in. Yeah, maybe the wheels are too small.
Okay, how about that? Okay, we are in almost. Maybe I need a little bit more impact.
Well, to answer the question about putting your video into a data pad, you could technically upload your video to YouTube and then put the YouTube link within the data pad, and then someone would come across it, put your YouTube link in, and then watch the video. If you wanted to do that would be the way I would try and do that. Because at the moment we don't support like a video in video sort of system. Oh god, this little rover can't do it, can it? I'm just watching it trying to get up there. It's really struggling.
No, I don't think it can.
Oh,
But
poor thing.
yeah, for example, this ship is a ship from. It is a ship from workshop from Roni. It's, I believe, a Caterpillar.
Yes, yeah, because it's in yellow or orange, isn't it, usually?
Yes. The original was in yellow. I just had to repaint it a little bit for the purpose of the trailer. But yeah, I think it's really good. And yeah, we very often use ships from workshop. And then when the trailer is released, you can find links to them in the description if you want to play with those ships. Okay, what do you think we should check in this world?
Well, to be honest, I was really enjoying the doors going up and down of that ship. We've had a look at that little mini rover. Have you got the container full of plushies?
Yes, I believe this one is filled with plushies. And actually, you can see over here, guys, how we did the plushies in. This container with ejectors is filled with plushies, right? And this ship with spherical gravity generator is standing over here. And when we press that button, they will come out of the container and straight to the, sorry guys, I miscalculated. But it's a plushy vacuum, so no worries. They will come back to me.
That's awesome. It's funny. So you can move them wherever you want, really, can't you? Then. So,
yes, but this is not the end of it, because Joachim designed these pits where you can actually drop them into the collectors.
Okay.
And the gravity over the pit is a little bit stronger than the gravity over the spherical generator, and you can just throw all the plushies into.
Oh, it's mad the amount of thought that's gone into this, and you would never see this if we weren't showing this now. You'd never know about the plushie collector and collection dumping pit. This is where all the plushies go.
Yeah. Also, Joachim prepared this ship to showcase the new angle doors.
That door is beautiful.
I know, and look at that. It even has highlights on this little handle, and you can close the doors by touching the handle.
It's nice that as well, and you can walk on the door when it's closed, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
correct.
yeah. So you can, so you could even use it. You could seal the door up and then use it as like a little ramp to get up somewhere if you had some other storage elsewhere.
Yes, exactly. I think I got stuck on them, so you need to be careful, guys. I'm just gonna teleport somewhere else, and we are unstuck. But yeah, I will just go back to this ship for a little bit, because I think it's a very nice ship. Such a good design.
Can we take it for a little flight as well?
Sure.
Yeah. So go on, explain what's making it, apart from this beautiful color coding from blue to red in the cockpit area.
Oh, actually, yeah. If you close the doors, the color changes.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you can do that with the event controller. So basically, here are the event controllers, and they check if the doors are closed, and then adjust the light accordingly.
Wow, it's just layer on layer of customizability, isn't there? Now.
Yeah, there is.
But I guess that's also like over 13 years of adjustments, DLC, player feedback.
Yes.
Just it's all just fed into it.
Exactly. And for example, the changing light colors was introduced 2 updates ago in 1.2.7, I believe. So very recently, and thanks to that, we can do cool stuff like this.
And I think you're definitely a better pilot than Joel, though. I have to say, you've not crashed just yet. I mean, you crashed the plushy van, didn't you? So, well,
Yes, I crashed it. 'Cause, yeah.
oh, but that's yeah, it's a beautiful ship that though. It's just the shape of it and the thrusters.
I know, like when you fly with it, it's like super nice because it's kind of flat, and you know you have this impression almost like you're flying a plane.
So what's the
Also, you can take a look.
so what's this
Mhm.
place with the radar dish and then them hydrogen tanks? Is this just like a little bit of set dressing, or is there things we can look
Um,
at here?
The radar dish, there is, I think, nothing new in this area. It's just a tower with an antenna dish and some, you know, cool lighting. Because those things look pretty cool from the distance when you look at it like this. You can also change the sun rotation a little bit to make it even nicer.
Oh yeah, a little bit of
Something
shadow in
like that.
there.
Yes, when you have some shadow and then you know some ambient lights around, it looks.
Oh, I just noticed that there's a big
very
voxel ball attached there to make attach it to the scene.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes.
because the thing is with some of these sets is, and we talked about this with the other set as well. We know where we launched the missile. Oh, have we got access to that one? Have you still got that? Do you still have that world, Januz, the missile world?
The one that was starting from the silo.
Yeah, the one with the train in.
Oh yes,
Just
I have this word somewhere, but I have it archived
oh,
on
okay, okay.
my drive.
Right, no,
But I could bring it back for
no,
some stream.
yeah, because that'd be cool. Because I'd love to just do like a tour of all the trailer worlds, because I know some of them are just like I always describe them as like a western town, where they're all like the fronts of the shop, but the back is just hollow, because they're all designed to be looked at from a certain perspective from the camera.
Yes, exactly. So, for example, you set the shot to be from this perspective only, right? So you don't care too much what's over there, or from this perspective only. So you don't care too much what's over here, right? So you can see that there is some stuff missing, but I think this is normal for the movie set. Also, we didn't upload this word or the previous one because we kind of ran short on time, but some of those words or some pieces of it will be released on workshop at some point probably because we reuse our assets. And for example, you know, if this part of the base, if you take a look at this part of the base, it's this particular part is from 1204 trailer. So I reused it a little bit so we can set up the scene a little bit faster.
Very
And
nice.
then, you know, ask Joachim if he could help me to adjust this set. And then, you know, he created this awesome landing pad, placed some containers, prepared the Gov mobiles and everything
Well,
else.
there is one final thing we need to do before we wrap this one up, and we need to build a ship in Space Engineers 1. But I want to see how you build one, how you put one together, and any tips or tricks we can give to building a ship in Space Engineers 1. And it is, I mean, it's quite similar to Space Engineers 2 in many ways, but you've just not got some of the special features, such as the copy and paste. So let's see if we can get a ship together. We need a survival kit, battery, and we'll see if there's anything else. If you guys have got any advice on shipbuilding as well, it is now time to have a chat and tell us a bit of your advice on building a ship in Space Engineers 1, if it's any different than building a ship in Space Engineers 2. I mean, you can't combine the large and small grids in Space Engineers 1, but I know lots of players know ways around that as well.
Okay, so I'm adding some blocks that I will need for my build. You think we should make it bigger or smaller, or maybe a large ship in general?
I think we should just do another small ship, really. I think another nice small ship, so we can build something similar to what we built in Space Engineers 2, just so we can have a bit of a comparison of the feeling of building.
Sure.
Because we start obviously here with the landing gear in Space Engineers 1, don't we, usually?
Yes. Landing gear, so we can put everything nicely together on top. Okay, so I'm gonna put this symmetry. Is it correct? Yeah, I think it is.
Okay, so are we going to put cockpit on first? Are we going with batteries first?
Wait, I think I messed up my symmetry. Okay, there it is. So maybe maybe the batteries would be a good idea, and then survival kits. I would like to attach it to the cockpit, so probably like that. Oh, sorry.
Okay, I'm just having a look. So you go? Have you gone with the bigger survival kit? Have you gone with 2 survival kits?
No.
Okay.
I place just one.
Because we've also got the smaller survival kit, haven't we, as well? We've got the mid.
Actually,
Have we not
we
got the
could
mini
do.
one? It's funny, we're building with red in the blue base as well.
Oh, it's a crime. Wait, maybe I will rotate it so it's properly connected with the.
Yeah, that's a good shout. That nothing worse than starving out of oxygen when you're in the cockpit.
So I for sure will need some thrusters as well. Let's use those.
We got a nice ion thruster. We went with a bit. I think we went with one of the slightly larger ion thrusters, didn't we? Are you a fan of the traditional ion thrusters then, or do you like one of the ones from the DLC? Because the DLC ion thruster for me is
actually I really like the classic thrusters.
Oh, okay.
I think they look simple, but in my opinion, the look is like very sci-fi, and I like it. But we can play some other thrusters, for example, sci-fi ones. It's also a little bit difficult when you switch from SE2 to SE1, and then you have to build something because controls are a little bit different, but I think we can manage.
Okay. It's looking quite good. It's looking good. Let's have a quick look over at the chat and see what they're chatting about. So we're having a little bit of a chat about the roadmap and how people would like to know more features and more details about that. And I think it's an important discussion to have as well, guys. And the other side of the discussion as well is the risk of limiting some of what we can do early on. If we say we have a particular feature planned that's something very precise, it can limit how we build that feature or the kind of the outcome of it. But I understand what you mean. You want a list of exactly kind of what you're going to be getting with Space Engineers 2, so you can kind of weigh it up. But that's the best thing about this early access and development. If you're not sure about what you're getting as well, you can always wait until some of these features do come out. And we're very transparent about how it's developing, how it's progressing. So when the features are there that you guys want, you can then buy in at that time. Or if you do want to support development, you can get in early as well. And we're trying our best to be as open as possible without limiting ourselves as well, limiting our creativity. Because as you guys give us that feedback and that information, and our developers and designers have different ideas, we want to expand on them and want to try new and different things. Just like you've seen with the backpack building, like you've seen with how we're using the new copy and paste system, the paint tools. There's a lot of features that if you just quickly skim over, you forget that we've integrated completely. Like one of the biggest things that I think a lot of players skim over is that you can, because it's just the stage they're at with development.
Okay, so I think I have the ship flyable at this point.
Because I know the question that's going about how we imagine gameplay will look. The thing is that we put ourselves in another box there if we're not too careful. Because if we say we imagine gameplay to be like this, but the community and our feedback shape it to be slightly different, then people would call us out and say, oh no, maybe you've misled them. So I think the way that we're having development, the moment where we're being nice and transparent, we're showing what we're working on step by step. We've got a brief overview of where we're going in the direction and in the timeline with with our sort of overview roadmap is probably both the safest and also a way of avoiding disappointment for any players. But yeah, it is a big challenge, I'll say, developing an early access game, especially an alpha in 2026, because lots of games have taken on a very different approach to development and use alphas very differently. So what we're seeing on Steam and we're seeing on other platforms, players are coming into the game and they're used to now be an alpha basically being a demo that a larger companies use to test their product. And Space Engineers is a true alpha that's being developed with you guys. So I hope that answered the question as best as I can. But we can always bring more devs on in the future. We can even bring designers on, and they can tell you a little bit more perspective and what their goals are for Space Engineers 2 as well. So hopefully that'll answer some of your questions as well there. But as community manager, I can only answer so much. I've not got the head of the designer, but we do have Januz with us today, who's building a beautiful red ship. And it looks like, once again, we've gone with the Piston hauler. I think we'll have to test out if it can shift a container.
Yes, we can spawn some container and give it a test flight. Maybe not the bulk cargo container. Just
yeah, and we'll have to also check its capability of driving through a wall of plushies. We'll have to see if it can push them out the way.
Yeah, sure, we can do that. So now I need to figure out which piston is which, because we have 4 of them. That will probably be the bottom ones.
Because another thing why we've got quite a small amount of the community here as well is everyone has a different idea of the game they want Space Engineers 1 to be, and of course Space Engineers 2 to be. So as developers, we've got to take the feedback in and kind of ride the line of, is this a sort of niche feature that only a few players want, or is this something that would really change up gameplay completely? So sometimes when you're submitting some feedback, put yourself in our shoes, have a think about it. How will a larger player base respond to this feature? And a good example of this is features like food for Space Engineers 1, where a large amount of the community were like, yeah, we want more hardcore survival, we want food add-in. Pardon me. And another part of the community were like, hey, we don't really want food add-in, so we added it as an option there, and you can enable it or disable it.
How about you, Aaron? Do you like to play survival?
I do like to play survival, but the problem I have with it is time. And I wish I had more time to play survival. But I'd rather jump in creative at the moment and build like cool things and experiment around with them. But when food came in, I binged survival for a while, building. I actually built a farm with real tractors. And the tractors would drive across the crop with like a thing on the back and vacuum up all the crops. And I was playing Farming Simulator in Space Engineers basically. But yeah, that was probably the last time I did some really hardcore survival. And then with the latest update, I had a cruise around to all the trade stations, tried out some of the new contracts, had a fight with a few of the bandits at the various different points. But it was kind of, I wanted to kind of skip the building phase and the starting phase and get straight into the economy system. So I wouldn't say it was like a true survival from the ground up that I'd played recently. But I like the way I like to play survival is with friends. I usually play it with 2 close friends, or we get the group on. But to be honest, I've not had the LSG group around for a while to just get everyone on there and smash something out. It's just been with close friends recently. But yeah, I do like a good survival play. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah,
so I bet you really liked Apex Survival. I think it was like amazing update.
Yeah. To be honest, this economy update has just been incredible. To be honest, it's added so much more depth to the game. Because people the community here have always been discussing like what's early game Space Engineers, what's mid game, and what's late game. So now we've kind of got that mid and late game. No, we don't have a final boss like some of you guys are probably saying. We'd like a boss fight at the end or something. But you've got enough with this economy and random encounters to really keep yourself and your crew busy. And you can kind of find a role now in the universe. Yes, you can scrap ships. Yes, you can attack pirates. You can answer distress calls, and you can go out on some missions. So it's really, in my opinion, quite complete of an experience where you because I remember years and years ago where you just build ships and you would build them and then smash them into each other, and then that was pretty much the Space Engineers experience. Where now you've got an actual game that you can play. So let's have a quick look back to the comments as well. We've got 9 minutes left, so get them comments, and it's hauling that box really well, you know. Did a really good job at that. This, I have to say, I don't know if the chat agrees as well, is your Space Engineers 1 ship looks a lot neater than your Space Engineers 2 one. You can tell you've been playing Space Engineers 1 a lot longer.
Yes, I think I have around 6 or over 6,000 hours in SE1. And only about, actually 600 hours in SE2, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so I'm trying to answer the chat as well. How many hours? Did you say 600 hours? 600.
Yeah, in SE2.
Oh, 600, and then how many in SE1?
Over 6,000. I think.
Oh, well, that's big.
It's spread across a few accounts because some accounts I have only for testing or for recording.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's around that.
Because I know the community out there, when we asked this the other week in the update, there was some massive hours. There was people that had spent like whole months playing Space Engineers and whatnot. Let's have a final look through some of these questions, guys. If you've got any more questions, we can try and answer them. Of course, you know, we can only answer what we know, or we can try and bring some of the people on who have the answers in the future as well for you. And yeah, and that is a good point as well there. There is, of course, hardcore veteran players of Space Engineers who basically want to see a Space Engineers 2 replication of Space Engineers 1, and they want all the features, all the existing things. But an important thing for a new game is to also have an experiment and try out new features. Because as we know, there's lots of games in the industry where they just replicate the last game. They do a new story, and it's the same game under the hood. Where, you know, with Space Engineers 2, we really want to try and explore some new systems and try some things out. And if they work, that's great. And if they don't, we take your feedback on board and we make some adjustments. Just like we've done with the Steam, when we were originally not going to use the Steam Workshop, we took your feedback on board and we used Steam. And then just like with the survival settings, you guys wanted a classic survival world, so we added that in there as well. But at the same time of adding a classic survival world, we're still staying true and adding a story mode to Space Engineers. So we're happy to make some adjustments for the community as well. Just like with the little survival update where we wanted to make survival a bit more important and also make the backpack building a little less OP as well. So your feedback is always welcome, guys. So there's an additional question. Are you thinking Space Engineers 2 combat will be more long range or short range? Now, I'll tell you something interesting here, guys, and this is a little bit of a sneak peek behind the scenes, and this was something we were going to discuss with you in the future. And just before we released the new weapons and turrets, some of you noticed that some of the YouTubers released videos with weapon ranges of about 400 meters. And that was because we'd had a discussion with the design team, and the design team said, wouldn't it be cooler if fights were closer so you can see ships and, you know, you can really get into a big skirmish? And of course, the community are really split on this one, you guys. Like, there's some players who want these long-range fights where you just see a blip on the horizon and you launch a missile or a sniper rifle, you take that ship out. And then there's other players who want up-close dogfights. So it's all about kind of striking that sort of difference. But I do think from a gameplay perspective, it's important to be able to see what's shooting at you and what you're shooting at. But combat will be arriving in the future, and you'll see how we make some adjustments to it then. So I can't really comment too much on that. But as you can see, the weapons are coming out, and when they do blow things up, the particle effects and the destruction is beautiful. Oh, you added in the favorite cockpit as well, the low profile cockpit.
Yes.
Very nice.
So guys, if you want to get this cockpit, you can, right, Aaron? People can still subscribe to the newsletter and get it for for subscribing to the newsletter.
Yep, of course. So if you want this, this is probably one of the most in-demand cockpits. And the thing with it, you've got to make sure you're subscribed, and then once you're in the game, you should have access to it. Now, there is some issues where you don't have access to it. Sometimes you need to reboot or resubscribe to the newsletter, and you'll have access to it. And we do get a few emails about it from time to time. But if you resubscribe, be patient with it, and you should get it through. And there isn't anything we can do behind the scenes. It's basically waiting for the information to tell you that that cockpit's unlocked. Let's have a quick look at any other additional questions. We've got 4 minutes left, so bring your questions. So this is an interesting question as well. How long will it take for small features SE1 has to be brought over to SE2? Will you consider bringing in people from the SE1 team to SE2? Now, this is not a question I can answer as community manager. This is one more for Marek. But both teams are in heavy communication with each other, and if there is some feedback or information one team needs from the other, they can always just reach out. So the information does go back and forth quite nicely there as well. But perhaps in the future, SE2 members can move to SE1, SE1 members can move to SE2. We've seen it in terms of some artists when SE1 have needed a little bit of help with some more blocks. Some SE2 artists have shuffled over there to help them out. So yeah, they're always working together at the same time while working parallel in each of the projects. So I hope that answers your question. So, but I can't give you of how long a lot of features from Space Engineers 1 will take to get to SE2, if they will make it at all. Will SE2 let you jump your ship from one server to another? This is another question that I cannot answer. I don't have the information on that. I know for a long time in Space Engineers 1 we've used plugins to do that. I don't know if you know anything about this, Januz, as well. There's a plugin, isn't there, where basically it adds a collection of servers together, and then you can jump between the servers with your ship. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh, I've never heard about it, but it seems cool. Very useful.
So when you're playing survival, Januz, as well, do you play with a group of friends, or do you like doing your own sort of survival world by yourself? Like how do you like to play survival?
When I play survival, I very often do it myself because I want to test some stuff that I made in creative. And sometimes I also upload some creations on workshop, and I want to make sure that they also work in survival. But other than that, I played a lot of survival before we released Apex in Steam CTG. And other than that, not too much, but I understand why people like survival. And if I would have more time, I would definitely play more survival as well.
Exactly. That's the key thing to it. Is it takes a lot of time to get a good survival world going, and I think one of the biggest risks is the trade-off. It's like a risk and reward, because you can spend hours building a ship, and if you're not careful, you can fight some pirates and you can lose that ship. Or if you're in a multiplayer scenario, you can get taken out by another player, and hours of work has been destroyed. And that's why we see sometimes a bit of salt in the community as well, because someone spent so long building something and they get it destroyed, and they feel like they've been wronged. But that's part of any multiplayer game, I guess, where you've spent a lot of time working and building up. Okay, so I think we are pretty much wrapped up. Do you want to give us one final tour, Januz, of the ship that you've just built? You've had a little, I would say quite a lot of extra time compared to the ship you built in Space Engineers 2 to really get this thing customized.
Yeah, it's a little bit messy, and we'll definitely need to rework the layout because I forgot about the connector and I only added it to the top, as an emergency. But we have this event controller over here, and it's also a tag ship. So when we attach this, I'm trying to catch it.
Have you got it? Oh, you're trying to get the... Oh, I can see you trying to get the key. Yeah. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. That maybe we need some thruster stabilized cubes.
Wait, it's not working now. I'm not sure. Something bugged. Event control.
Oh, I've just had a bad thought that's come into my mind. But you know, before we end this world, Januz, we've got to trap this ship in the blue ship's door. We've got to do it. We've got to do it. We'll do that as a final send off. Get in the chat with your predictions now of what's going to happen. Are we going to see this ship split in half? Are we going to see it? What's going to happen? Is destruction on this world though as well?
Actually, I think so. Yeah, it should be on.
Be good.
I can check.
This is going to be good. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us this evening for this one. This was just like a little bit of a chill out session with the community. We're going to have a build, have a bit of a play of both games. Januz's first time joining us as well. The fantastic video creator himself in person. So thank you so much as well, Januz, for joining us. I really appreciate it.
It was my pleasure. And thank you guys for really nice comments under every trailer. And yeah.
Right, let's get that trapping done. Let's get in that door. Oh, place your bets. Are we going to split it in half? Okay. Will the door jam?
Do you think this is good, or should we place it with pistons?
No. Let's right halfway in. We need it halfway in. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
I don't know. It might be strong enough to stop the door from closing. You know.
Possibly, but
right.
Let's see.
Let's get a good view. Here we go. All right, are you ready to press the button?
It's 10 seconds.
Oh, it's 10 seconds. Oh, okay, there we go. Yes.
That was pretty good.
That was good. It was. You know what? That was really stable as well. Beautiful.
I know it didn't clang out into space. I'm actually surprised.
Oh, beautiful. I love that. Right. Well, thank you so much, guys, for joining us for this stream. And we'll see you in the next one. If there is anyone that you'd like me to try and bring on the stream to answer any of these questions in the future, let us know also in the feedback, or drop it in the stream right now if you would like to, meet some of the designers, if you'd like to meet, some of the artists behind the scenes and stuff, and we'll try and get them on for you to meet and show off what's going on. But thank you guys so much, and I'm going to launch the outro, and we will see you next time.